Okay, so now let's see and start the weekly webinar for the next week and what is possible scenario in a major pair. And after that, I will start some quick question answer. Okay, now let's see. So first pair is we are going to start with the Euro USD, which is a most tradable pair in a forex market. And after that, I will do Bitcoin and other like gold and other pair also. So let's see in a higher time frame what happening in a Euro USD. As I mentioned in a previous weekly webinar, market momentum is a bearish, completely bearish, but market looking for the deeper pullback to the upside before the downside. So what is a possible scenario in this case? Okay, so first of all, mark the structure. As I mentioned in a previous webinar, that market structure is still same. And this was our previous high low right now. And we are expecting if market taken out the inducement, taken out the liquidity, then we can sell. So in this case, market create the order block is here, but this is a not order block as per my plan. This is just like you can say SMT, but I'm still waiting to taken out this high before the sell. Once market taken out this high, I'm introduced here for the sell. And there is another possible scenario is here. If market push downside, break this low and create new low is here. So our inducement transfer here to here, and this will be our next inducement. So we can sell after taking out this high, and this is a higher time frame story. But for the date, as a day trader, we don't need to switch it like a daily, weekly, monthly. As I mentioned in a higher time frame perspective in a multiple time frame video, higher time frame perspective we can use for the like swing trader or positional trader, but we are day trader, so like a 15-minute time frame is enough for you. But it's depend on your trading psychology and in your trading style and your like mindset. Okay, so right now market try to go higher, and then what happened, market unable to taken out this high and market push downside, so price must be taken out this low. After taking out this low, we can short term quick buy till this high, correct? And then this area become our potential zone for the sell, and the next area become here on the extreme, which is possible here on the this one, correct? So these are two possible zone when I'm introduced for the sell. So first area is here right now. If market break this low, so we can market can create another area is here. Okay, and maybe possible is something above it. So it's depend on the like it's depend on the market momentum. But right now market is looking for the downside in a daily time frame, and some people mark this is a demand zone, but this is a not demand zone first thing, and this is a like weaker demand zone, and market gave a little bit reaction and then market pushed downside because market did not break any structure to the upside. So what, how you can mark this is a demand, correct? So this is a not demand. Okay, so market possible give a little bit reaction and then fail. Okay, and you can say some people mark this one is a chalk or boss, correct? But this is a not chalk boss and this is a not demand, and you have to wait for the like sell if market taken out this high, and we can again sell. Okay, so right now this area is also good for the sell till this low. Okay, if market break this low, then the story will be different. But right now if market taken out this high and we can sell because this is our first inducement, then we can sell in a, this is a internal between internal. Okay, now let's switch into the 15-minute structure. then you can see what happening right now here. So in a 15-minute structure, market break this low and create new break of structure into downside. And this is our lower low, lower high. And right now market create this structure and market still continue pushing downside. So you have to wait for the like taking out the inducement, and then we can sell here. Okay, this is the first inducement, market push higher, mitigate something is here, and then push downside. Okay, so this is a possible scenario in a Euro USD in a 15-minute structure, and higher time frame structure is also bearish. All right, so this is a scenario possible is here. Let's see. And now let's switch into the another pair. And what is a possible scenario in a another currency pair? So start with like a GBP USD, and then I will do some gold and Bitcoin. Correct. So let's see what happening in a Bitcoin. Sorry, GBP USD. After that, I will do Bitcoin. Okay. So look at the daily time frame perspective. What happening here? And in the GBP USD is a similar story like Euro USD, market creating structure like this. And in this case, market structure create this low. This is a confirm low, and we are still waiting to break this low, and then we can sell. Right now, I'm not expecting any buy side, like buy is here. I'm introduced sell here after taking out this high in our daily time frame perspective. If market taken out this high like this, and then I'm introduced here for sell, possible type this order block and then sell. Correct. Now let's see what happening in a lower time frame in a 15-minute structure. And in this case, where is our lower high? Lower high is not confirmed yet, and right now lower high is here. Correct. So market can be turned to the upside, possibly go higher and mitigate on the extreme one, which one is here. Okay, and then possible like sell setup is here, and this can be your target. So this is a long-term story in a GBP USD in a daily time frame perspective. And if you look into the 15-minute structure, then you can understand what is the possible is here. Okay, so right now market break this major low, which were sorry, this high, this low is a higher breakoff structure into downside, and right now market is in a single leg, and there is a not taken out the any deeper pullback. Market must be taken out the deeper pullback to confirm the low. How you can identify them? You can see after break the structure, market taking out the smaller pullback. But when market taken out the like larger pullback to the upside, so we can consider this is a lower low, right? Because right now market create lower low is here and lower high and lower low possible is here. Okay, so these are possible scenario in a GBP USD in a 15-minute structure, and market may be taken out this low. Okay, like here, and then market go higher after this stock, and you can short term buy here. If market give any opportunity here, then you can expect a little bit a pullback to the upside. Right. So right now, this is a possible scenario in a GBP USD in a 15-minute, and daily Euro USD and GBP USD are similar story in a higher time frame, in a lower time frame also. So you have to pay attention in a lower time frame to confirm the entry before the buy or sell. And now let's switch into the another pair in gold. And after this gold, I will do a Bitcoin. Okay, then after that, I will choose a randomly one pair for your demand. Okay, on your request. So in a gold chart in a 15-minute. So first of all, look at the daily time frame, what happening in a daily time frame. Right now, market trying to push downside. If you can see in a daily time frame, first remove all these things. And what is possible is here. You can see market following this trend line is here, and market break this low, break this high, break this trend line and trying to go higher. And actually this is a trend line liquidity. And after breaking this trend line, a lot of people are introduced here for buy. But when market break any trend line to the upside and downside, then most of the time trend line are trap the buyers and seller. So same thing happen here. Market break this trend line and close above it, and a lot of people are introduced here for the buy because they are anticipating market create this structure like this, and this is a channel type structure, and they are anticipating price go higher. But in reality, this is a not happen most of the time. This is happen most of the time retailers trap here, because after break this trend line, people are looking here for buy. But this is a not a safe zone for the buyers, right? So what happened here? You can see here market tap on this order block and give a reaction, and you can follow into lower time frame. You don't need to sell here, right? You can sell in a lower time frame. Like this is a daily chart. You can switch into like a 30-minute and sometime 15-minute. Okay, for the confirmation in a 15-minute or 30-minute change of character, and then you can switch into like a 15-minute order block, yeah, 30-minute order block, and then you can sell. I'm not saying that market you can sell here directly. No, you have to wait for the lower time frame confirmation also before the buy or sell in every time frame. Okay, so price tap on this and then trying to go downside because market collect all trend line liquidity, and we are anticipating price can be dropped into downside. If you look at a weekly chart, then you can understand more better. Okay, so in a weekly time frame, as you can see, market creating this SNR liquidity, or you can say supply demand types of liquidity. People are buying here and they're putting the stop loss just below it. And most of the time, what happened? Market collect all money below it, and after collecting all money, then market can go higher. But it's take a lot of time, okay, because this is a weekly time frame. So now let's switch into the 15-minute structure. Then you can see what happening here and what is the possible scenario. So in a 15-minute structure, market pushing downside, continue and breaking the structure like here, break the structure. And this is a in first structure is here, break the low and create a like here, not here. Why this one? Because this move did not break this low. That's why I mark this high, because this is the highest high after break this structure is here, right? So this one is our new break of structure here. This one is also break of structure. Then what happened here? Market create new lower low is here and lower high is here. And then what happened? Market again break the structure into downside and then create new lower low is here, lower high. And again, market break the structure is here in a downside. Market is extremely bearish in a 15-minute structure, right? So market just are trying to push downside after taking out the inducement and pushing downside. Same thing happening here. Market break the structure into downside. And the same thing is here. If you can see on this point here, this is new break of structure. Possible. Sorry, here. Okay. And this is a lower low, lower high. And what is a possible scenario right now in a gold? We can see if market break this low, this is a minor low, okay, and in another broker, sometime market did not taken out this low, but in this case, market sweep this low. So what is the possible scenario here after taking out this low? So when market taken out this low, we can short term buy till this high, which one is here, because this is our inducement when market taking all money is here, and then we can expect to the downside, correct? And the extreme one order block is here, but order block is not necessary. I mentioned in every video most of the time that order block is just additional confluence for the buy and sell. Main thing is the inducement and the liquidity. And same thing happen here. If you can see on the top of the structure, this is a SNR liquidity, support and resistance liquidity, and put sell here on the this on the resistance. Okay, if you sell here on the third attempt, second attempt, then you can definitely make money. And the next time, what happened here? Most of the traders introduce here, and they putting the stop loss just above it, correct? And then what happened? Market collecting all money and push downside. If you notice, one more thing is here, which is a very interesting thing. Let me show you exactly. If you can see on this order block, which one is here? Okay, this order block is not tapped here, but market push downside. Okay, that's why I mention in every time that order block is not necessary. And after collecting this all liquidity, okay, even lot of SMC traders know very well this is a like equal high SNR liquidity. Okay, but they don't know. Sorry, they know exactly that how equal high, equal low is a work, but they wait for the mitigation on the order block. But order block is a not necessary. Order block is a secondary. First thing is a liquidity inducement. Okay. And people are waiting for here or like a sell after taking out this high, but price must be mitigate this one. Okay. Once market mitigate this one, and then people looking for the sell. Correct. But what happened here? Market did not tap this, but market collect all money. This is a necessary. This thing is a very necessary is here. Okay, after with the liquidity, we can sell as per our entry plan. Okay, but this order block is not necessary to mitigate every time. Okay, so you have to wait for the taking out the liquidity and inducement before the buy or sell. And same thing happening here. Market just sweep the liquidity, and you can short term buy here on this point. Which one is here? Okay, after sweep this low, we can short term buy till this high after taking out the inducement, and we are probably push downside, and may be possible that market can be go higher to mitigate this one. All right, and then possible to the downside. If market like break this high, and this can be a first indication that market actually looking for the some a deeper pullback to the upside before the downside. Okay. All right. So this is our like a possible scenario in a gold. All right. So if what do you wanna like ask another requested pair? Bitcoin, GBP, USD, USD Chief. Okay. We want past week backtesting session, including the last ones. This is not possible because it's take a lot of time. I will do next time. Next 100 Euro USD already done. Euro USD and Bitcoin, sorry, Euro USD, GBP USD, and gold. 3 pair already done. So you can ask another one. Okay, Aussie USD and Mhm. All right. So start with the Bitcoin chart. It is most requested pair. After Bitcoin, I will do another one. Bitcoin. So for the Bitcoin, I will do start from the higher time frame structure like weekly, and then I will do monthly and 4 hour and 1 hour. Okay, which will help you a lot to understand multiple time frame. So right now you can see here in a weekly chart, if you notice here, and this was our previous high, which one is here, market collect the all money. This is an indication that market sweep this high and collecting all money, because most of the traders are buying here in a FOMO, because they are buying that market is actually going higher. But what happening here, market trying to push downside. Okay, market collecting the money and then market push downside. As I mentioned in every video, when market taken out the major high or low, market take a deeper pullback. Okay, if market sweeping the high or low in a pro trend, then market go more higher. Okay, so what happened, market was bullish but market taken out this high, and this is an indication that market actually looking for the downside. Most of the time when market sweep the previous high or low, market give a little bit like strong reaction to the upside. Okay, and you can see every time, most of the time, when market sweep the high or low, then market give reaction. Okay, so what is a possible scenario is here in a Bitcoin. You can say in a left side, this is a order block, which I already talked in a previous webinar, in every webinar even, that why this one, because it's taken out the liquidity. Correct. So this order block is a more high probability compared to the like normal order block, because this one is taken out the liquidity. That's why market giving a reaction at this point. So what is a possible scenario is here, we can expect market at least taken out this high, okay, before the downside, and maybe continuation to the upside. But I'm not expecting continuation at this point. I'm expecting price must be pushed more downside. As per the monthly time frame, market is extremely bullish still, and market just looking for the like a pullback. Okay, so I'm expecting if market go higher, I would like to sell above it. Okay, because this is an inducement, type on this order block and then push downside. And another scenario is here, and market push downside like here, break this low and create this inducement is here, and then market go higher, tap on this order block, which is a possible scenario, and then we can sell. Okay, and here I mentioned is something is here available in a monthly time frame, and then we can expect a continuation, and it's take a lot of time because we are in a weekly time frame. Correct. So you have to pay attention here, and you have to wait for the like reach on your PY zone, then you can buy or sell. So this is a story in a weekly time frame. Now let's switch into the 4 hour and 1 hour. So in a 4 hour time frame, market are trying to go higher and breaking the structure to the upside. Right now is here. Let me read this one. Okay. So market, if you mark the structure, which was first structure is here, something like this. And here, break the structure is here. So what happened here? Market break the structure is here. And this one is actual change of character. All right. And then what happened? Market create a new structure is here like this and break the structure, and actual high is here. Why I did not mark this one? Because in the first attempt, market sweep the liquidity, and second attempt, market close of it. And the next attempt, you can see market every time sweep the liquidity, which is an indication for the pullback. Okay. And you can continue sell. So what is the possible scenario is here? I already mentioned this is a trend line liquidity. And after this trend line liquidity, price tap on this, like a POI zone, like, sorry, you can say like order flow. And this is your order block is here. And this is an entire, you can say, like order flow, correct? So what is the possible scenario is here. We can see some reaction to this point because this is our entire zone is the order flow, right? And second thing is here, if market taken out this low, which is a most possible scenario and which will be great, if market taken out this low, and after taking out this low and mitigate something is here possible on this order block, and then what happen here, we can again buy here, like here, market can bend downside and sweep this and go higher. Okay, even market did not tap on this order block, just sweep this low. Okay, then we can also buy, here, correct? So this is a possible scenario in a Bitcoin chart in a 4-hour time frame. Market is extremely, like, you can say 4 hour is a bullish, but higher time frame is a bearish. So you have to prepare on a both side, but this is a not like good time for the longer term investor. Like you can buy, sell for the quick profit. Okay, like for a few weeks, probably months. Okay, but if you are looking for the longer term, like 2 years, 3 years, 1 years at least, then you have to wait for the like drop more into downside, then you can buy. And it's take a lot of time. Right now market collecting the liquidity in a higher time frame, as I mentioned. All right guys, so now let's switch into another one pair, last one pair. After that I will start some quick question answer for you. Everyone, okay, USD JPY, NAS100, Aussie USD. Okay, only mention only like a high volume pair. I'm sorry. Okay, all right. Bank Nifty is not possible here. If you want like Bank Nifty related stock market in a Hindi and for the Indians, you can like this is a my channel for the Hindi medium members, and this is a recently started. And if anybody wants understand in a Hindi and Urdu, you can also watch this. These are all videos which I own, logic trading for the Hindi medium members only, and this will help you a lot to understand. Okay, all right guys, so back into the topic. And okay, now let's USD JPY is the most requested. Let's see what happening here. So start with a daily time frame structure. So right now market momentum is a bullish in a daily time frame, and market continue pushing higher high. And what is a possible scenario is here. If you can see here on this point, first of all, mark the structure, which one is here, correct, and this one. And market taken out this trend line liquidity. After collecting this liquidity, what is the possible scenario is here? Market just sweep the liquidity. Okay, After taking out the liquidity, what is possible? You can buy. As I mentioned, in every time when market are taking out the high or low and sweep the high or low, you can buy or sell as per your plan. But you have to follow into lower time frame entry also. You can see market sweep this. Okay. And same thing is happen here. Every time you can see when market sweep the liquidity, you can buy or sell every time. Okay, so right now it's a possible scenario for the buy in a daily time frame structure. Now let's see in a 15-minute. And the 15-minute structure is a very extremely bullish. If I mark the structure, so this is my structure, something like this, and this one. Still this one, but this one is not confirmed. Maybe market may be pushed, and this is a single leg for me. This one is a break off structure for me, and this is like a single leg. Okay, because market pushing higher high and creating a smaller pullback, but I need deeper pullback to confirm this high, and after confirm this high, and we can confirm like break off structure, we can consider and then go higher, right? So this is a possible scenario in USD GPY. Let's quick take on the Aussie dollar in a 4-hour and 15-minute. In a 4-hour time frame, I think same story happening here, like GBP USD, Euro USD, and the Aussie dollar is also similar. And the market just sweep the liquidity. So I can't say this is a pause or not. Just you have to wait for the more clear confirmation before the sell. Okay, but I'm expecting market take a deeper pullback, taken out this high, and then possible to the downside in a Aussie dollar in a 4-hour time frame, because 4-hour time frame was bullish. If you can mark here, like I think here, correct. Okay, and this was a change of character possibly, and this can be your inducement for the higher time frame, like daily time frame. Okay, so you have to pay attention here before the buy or sell, but you can like buy here if anything looks bullish structure. When market taken out this inducement, and then you can sell. Maybe possible tap on this order block, correct, and then we can sell. So these two possible scenario in a higher time frame, but overall bias is a bearish in a like higher time frame. So don't you can short term buy and long term sell. Let's see quick into 15-minute structure. All right, so if you mark the structure is here, so this was the structure is here, and what happened here to the upside, market okay, taken out the high and pushed downside, break the structure. Okay, so right now is the market is completely bearish into downside, and I'm expecting price this one is another boss is here and pushing downside. Still this low is not confirmed yet, and possibly market break this high, which one is here, break this high, and then we can buy after taking out the inducement and go higher. So this is a possible scenario. Okay, so now let's switch into the quick question answer for the last 10 minutes only. So if you have any other question, you can ask me in a chat section, everyone. Then I will finish this session. If someone joined recently, then you can watch later. I will upload on YouTube as soon as possible. Let's take a next 100 for the quick. Do you consider correlation? I don't use a correlation personally, and basically I use only one pair for the trading. Like most of the time I use GBP USD and sometimes Euro USD also, and very rare case I use gold. How can I do proper backtesting? Using TradingView Barplay tool you can use. It is possible to Hindi videos in English. No, actually all videos which I upload in Hindi, it is also available on English. I both videos available in both languages. Do you have any specific timing in a window trade? No, actually I don't use because I don't understand how session these things actually work. But everything is a liquidity, and session high low is a liquidity, and daily candles high low is a liquidity. Everything is a liquidity. I follow majority of the my structure and follow the liquidity inducement and then take entry as per my plan. And I take three types of entry type 1, 2, and 3. So it's depend on the structure, and it's depend on trading style, like a entry style. Okay. All right. So right now in a NAS 100 in a daily time frame structure is here. Break this law. Correct. All right. And this one. Mhm. Okay. So market break the structure is here. This is a change of character, which is an indication for the longer term market looking for the continuation to the upside after this bear market now turning into bullish market. So this is a possible scenario in a like NAS 100 in a daily time frame. If I switch into the like 4 hour, then I will switch into the 15 minute. When it confirm for a reversal, it's depend on like it's depend on situation. Price tap on the PY or not, sweep the liquidity or not. So it's depend on different condition. So there are different type of reversal. All right. So if I mark the 15-minute structure is here, let's change the color first. I think, sorry, this one is a 4 hour. Break the structure is here. Okay. And I think this one is not. Okay. So this is a 4 hour structure, looks like. And this is a roughly structure. And still looking bullish to the upside. And I'm expecting price can be tapped on this order block is here, and market taken out this liquidity and possibly go higher. And now let's switch into the 15-minute structure. Do you use breaker block? I don't use breaker block on these type. Okay, but it's depend on you. If anything is working for you, then you can continue. If not working, then don't mention in your trading style, because they create confusion lot of time. If anything is working for you, like session timing, like ACN high low, candles high low, or breaker block, or anything, there are different things, so you can use, you can continue. Okay, if not working for you, and then don't use in your trading style. They create a lot of confusion. So right now in a 15-minute structure, if I see like recent structure high low, this one, and break the low is here. Correct. And then what happened here? Market sweep the liquidity. This is a sell entry possible is here. Market push downside. And you can mark this is a boss. Okay, this low is not confirmed yet. So we can sell after taking out this high is here for the short term in a 15-minute structure. And now let's switch into the 5-minute structure, then we can understand more better and clear. 5-minute structure is a okay. 5-minute structure is a similar, because market trading between this high and low, like here and here. Okay, break this structure and still trading between this high and low. All right. So now, okay, now back into the question answer. Can you suggest any way to not taking your profit early or improve psychology? Actually, when it's depend on your style first thing, and in your trading style. And if you want to take some fixed profit, or like taking some as per the structure profit, so it's depend on you. If you want to take a like fixed profit, like 1:5 hour, 5 hour, 4 hour, 3 hour, okay, and then you can use that. If you want to take a profit as per the structure, measure high or low, like 15-minute structure high low, 5-minute structure high low, then you can follow them. So it's depend on you, and improve your psychology. It's take a time to improve your psychology, understanding things, and this is not one day work, because we are all being human, and psycho like fear, greed, and these things in everyone. Okay, too many concept, boss, trendline, liquidity, order flow. Can you please create the playlist to understand these concepts step by step? Learn. Money. Yeah, actually, a lot of things in a smart money concept, like post stock, order flow, trend line liquidity, lot different type of liquidity, but everything is not applicable on every situation. Okay, it's depend on different situation. If different things happening, then you can't you can apply another thing. Okay, you can't apply like all things on a specific point, on a single point. Okay, if for example, if market sweep the high, previous high or low, you can apply like liquidity sweep concept. If market break this low, which one is here, then you can apply another one. After break the structure, you can probably sell on the order block. Okay, so it's a very on your uh, situation. So there is any other question? If anybody wants, you can ask me here in a chat section, then I will finish this session. You have a quick 5 minutes left. When trading altcoin, do you suggest at a correlation with Bitcoin? I personally, I don't trade cryptocurrency, but I invest in crypto for the longer term perspective. So I don't know how things actually work, like altcoin and measure Bitcoin and this thing. And if someone are trading in a cryptocurrency, they will explain you more better. Why you choose one or two pair? Less is more. If you can make money with like one pair, then why you don't use multiple pair? If you are taking too much trade, it doesn't mean that you can make money more. You can make on single trade, two trades also profitable. But if you are focusing on less pair and quality setup, then very highly chances you have a less stress, and you will get high quality setup. What is different between SMT and inducement? Inducement is the first internal high or low. That's called inducement. And SMT is a without inducement, you are selling on the like any specific zone. That's called SMT, like order block. For example, here, if you can see at this point, break the structure, like someone marked this as order block. So this is a clean SMT. Like someone marked this as a boss, and this is a boss. But if you are selling below this, so this is SMT. You can say smart money tab. And after sweep this high, this is a high probability entry from this side. What rule do you follow valid inducement? First internal high in a bear market, and in a bullish market, first internal low is a like valid pullback. You have to check your valid pullback. That is a valid pullback or not. If there is a valid pullback, that's you can use it like inducement. How many tabs you entry? I use 3 tabs of entry module. All right, guys. So if you have any other like urgent question or anything, you can ask me. Then I will finish the session. How we can enter trade if fail to create inducement? Without inducement, you have to wait to develop inducement or taking out the liquidity. Without inducement or liquidity, you are taking trade. That means you are also becoming part of the liquidity. So I avoid that time. I don't follow the range or anything. Yes, I take a partial sometime. Like it's depend on my target and structure. But most of the time I take a little bit partial when market push like 3 or 4 hour, then I secure some profit, and the rest amount I close most of the time 8 hour or 9 hour at 10 hour.